Hi Capricorn, welcome to the Esoteric Empire. So today we're jumping into a timeless message. So let's just go ahead and see what this is all about. I have no idea what the name of this message is, but you already do. So let's just see where this is going. All right, so we have the Chariot in reverse here. So I feel like this message is going to be based around you changing a perspective or kind of like a karmic loop or a boomerang, okay? I feel like somebody like jumped to conclusions too soon, or they thought they knew what was up, but they really didn't. And now they have to like take their words back, or they have to sit with guilt, or they have to feel embarrassed a little bit, or they just want to be quiet. They're on hush mouth. So that's the beginning of this already. I feel like this has something to do with someone else confronting someone, something along those lines. All right, so we have the Prince of Wands here. So I feel like somebody was really bold with their own opinion, or the way that they thought something was going down, or, you know, something where someone is just a little too sure of themselves. They were too bold too fast. I really can't think of what phrase that would be. Okay, let's just keep going. The High Priestess in reverse. This is like I said, I feel like somebody was too sure of themselves and they really thought they knew what was up, or they knew what was going on, or they knew everything, like a know-it-all, but they didn't have any idea of what this truly was. They didn't know what they were supposed to do or how it really was. Okay, and then Four of Pentacles here. So like I said, I feel like somebody is having to answer for their miscommunications, or answer for what they were doing, their actions, and they were wrong. It's almost like if somebody got duped because they didn't want to fact check, or I don't like saying that, they didn't want to make sure everything was correct and they just kept going with the flow. Or if somebody, okay, this is a perfect example. So if somebody is starting a business or something like that, and they're like, this is going to be great, this is going to be bomb, like I can't wait to do this, and they put they invest all their energy into it, and they're telling everybody like, this is going to be amazing, I'm going to make the best show ever, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and they're just like talking themselves, hyping themselves up, right? And whenever everything comes to light and everything is finished and put out there, it's like really lackluster, and it's not good at all. And it's just really like it was rushed or something like that. It's just terrible, right? And so then the person who was talking all that shit, they have to like be sat down, and, you know, somebody that's older than them or something is telling them like, hey, next time, like, you do what you got to do first, and then you tell people about it. You let everybody do the bragging for you. You don't do that because, you know, you put your expectations here, or you paint this picture that something is supposed to be up here, and then it comes out and it's like really low budget. You know what I'm saying? And so I think somebody's learning a lesson, and like, don't like move in silence, or don't speak before it's finished, or don't hype yourself up to other people. Don't tell people your dreams. Like, you like move in silence. Okay, so I kind of see where this is going. I feel like somebody's learning a lesson that they've already been through before, but they don't realize it. It's almost like a lesson that they can't learn. Like, stop telling people what you're doing. Stop telling people about your dreams or your business. All right, so let's see where all this is stemming from, Capricorn. All right, love life. You know what? I'm thinking this is an issue with Capricorns who were younger, and they had an issue with bragging or wanting to have the best and always trying to outdo their peers and things like that. And then one day somebody does better than the Capricorn, and that Capricorn realizes, shit, sometimes you got to work for you got to work to be at the top. You can't just talk about it, you got to be about it. That type of energy. All right, so we have love life here. This is where this is stemming from. So love life, and, you know, obviously in this deck it could be romantic with the rose petals here. But I'm really feeling like in this situation, this is stemming from someone trying to overcompensate because they were not shown much love in an emotional setting when they were growing up. So I'm seeing that this is for somebody who is always trying to prove themselves to someone. They're always trying to overcompensate, show people like, I can do this, I'm doing really good, like, do you love me now, type of thing. Like, they're asking for love by doing things for that person, or by doing things so that that person can be proud of them or show them off to people. So this could be literally with someone that you're with, or with somebody that you grew up with, or something like that, a family member for that matter. So this is kind of sad. I feel like somebody's asking for love, or they don't realize that the reason they're doing this is because they want to be loved. They're doing things kind of like if somebody like has a really, really bad relationship, and everybody knows that the person is terrible for them and they're just not a good person. And this person's like, I don't care, I'm gonna stick by them no matter what. And it's like, okay, but you're gonna die on that hill alone. Like, why would you want to put yourself through that? And you're like, because that's love. That's how you show that you love someone. And you're like, no, that's not it. So again, I feel like it's somebody that's really young, or at least young-minded in a certain situation within their life. Let's go ahead and get a little bit deeper. This oracle message. All right, so we got 2 cards. So we got moving on and stand your ground. Yeah, so now it's starting to make a lot more sense. So with these cards, I definitely feel like at this point, Capricorn, you're in a situation in your life where you literally have to leave something alone because you have to stand for your pride or stand for something that I feel like somebody probably broke, as far as like your moral system, or even, like I said, your pride. It's like somebody did you dirty and this is the last straw type of thing. I'm definitely feel like it is a little bit more directed to your love life. But I feel like it stems from childhood situations where you were trying to always, ask for approval or gain someone's approval, something like that. So with this moving on and stand your ground, we have the numbers 6 and 7, and they're right behind each other. So in this way, I definitely feel like it's just saying like you're making steps to move away from something because you have to value you. Especially with this situation with the love life thing, it looks like you're trying to fit someone else's mold of success instead of your own. All right, so now let's see, what attitude do you need to have to overcome the situation? Ooh. Judgment. All right, so this makes perfect sense. So the first card we have is Judgment. So this is basically you having to come to terms with what is okay and what is not okay. Treating yourself with respect, or taking responsibility for the actions that you've taken. This is going to come down to you having like a man in the mirror moment, a come to Jesus moment, whatever you want to call it. So this is literally what Judgment Day is all about. Are you right or are you wrong? And where do you go based on those actions? So I really feel like this is a situation where this is something where it may have happened before, or maybe the first time this has happened, but somebody really betrayed you, or they did something to where you really had to look at yourself and be like, what kind of relationship is this? Is it beneficial for me or is it negative? What am I doing to contribute to this? And for a lot of you, it's simply just being a part of the relationship. I feel like it's time for you to move on. I feel like it's time for you to learn yourself. So in order to do that, I do think you need to leave this person behind. Now, granted, this could be a family member or somebody that you're in a relationship with. But I feel like either or, you need to separate, because whatever they're doing, it's something that you don't agree with, but for whatever reason, you're staying a part of it. And so you are showing them that you agree with that. You are showing them that it's okay for them to treat you a certain way, or it's okay for them to disregard anything that you said you don't agree with or you're not okay with. So like I said, I kind of feel like, especially with this energy of the Prince of Wands, I feel like it was embarrassment on a level where other people could see this. And you being Capricorn, you definitely don't want to be shown in a light where somebody has played you or did you dirty, or you're in a situation where people are looking at you like, is everything okay? You hate that. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, you're really going to have to look and see, is this worth it? Like, is this relationship worth you going through embarrassment? Because I really feel like they embarrassed you. All right, let's see. And I feel like if this was a stranger who did this to you, you wouldn't have any problem with cussing them out or never speaking to them again or telling them how you feel. But for whatever reason, this is somebody that you know, and you're allowing them to do this to you. And it's like, why do they get that respect if they can't even respect you? So really think about that. Let's get one more card of what attitude you need to have to overcome this. The Fool. Yeah, like I said, start over. Think about like where all this stems from, but also this card is telling me you need to start anew. You need to go towards something totally different. And also with all of these animals here, for whatever reason, I'm getting the feeling that you need to cut something out. Like if you look here, the crocodile on the top of the, on the top of the card here, this is like getting rid of something completely. Like you may be in murky waters, which can be represent the emotional relationship that you're in. But at some point you got to rise to the top and see that there's more out there. You don't have to be under the water, sneaking, creeping, and all that stuff. With this bird here, you need to have a bigger perspective, which means rise above the bullshit. If you're always in it, you can't really tell how to maneuver it. You can't see anything but shit. The person's probably telling you a whole bunch of bullshit all the time too. With this tiger energy, this is courage. You need to be able to know what you want, value yourself, because you're a royalty in your own life, and then actually move accordingly. Like if you know this is not something that is fitting or becoming of your character, you need to move accordingly. And then here with this, what is that? I guess like a bull. Like you just need to be determined to start anew. You know what I'm saying? So all of this is important because it all takes you making these steps. Like, and I feel like this person obviously has a big hold on you, or they have a big impact or influence in your life. But at some point you have to take accountability for your life. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how they feel about it, because they don't really care, because they keep doing things that you know that you don't want to happen anymore. So I feel like you know more than me what this situation is about. Obviously, if you need more advice on the subject, you can email me for a deeper reading that is more specific to your placements and everything in your chart. Yeah, so that's the end of this reading. I hope that it helped you have some clarity on something that you needed to hear. I think this is something that you're going to have to keep learning until you finish it. So you might want to like just nip it in the bud and get it out the way now. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like more videos like this, you can subscribe to the channel, and then make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload for your sign, okay? Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.